Good evening, YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. The time is approximately 9:40 p.m., which numerologically reduces to 13. So blessed be the power of the witch. And the date is Wednesday, January 2nd, 2019. This is now the third video that I'm recording this evening. So this is my third new video of 2019, the year of enough is enough. So as most of you know, I was very happy to do a series of videos for every entry of Llewellyn's 2018 tarot calendar, and I've already recorded the one for January 2019 from Llewellyn's 2019 tarot calendar. But I also wanted to offer a new series of videos working with the tarot and oracle card prompts in the Many Moons 2019 Lunar Planner. Now I'm going to ask my awesome audiovisual person to do a close-up of the cover of this calendar. My awesome audiovisual person. Hello, 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 hello. If you could do a close-up of the cover of this calendar, I would greatly appreciate it. Ain't it purty? It's prismatic. I don't get tired of that. So each month in the Many Moons 2019 Lunar Planner has, where are you going? You okay? He was going someplace. I don't know where he was going. I'm like, where are you going? I'm being silly. Okay, so every month of the Many Moons 2019 Lunar Planner has tarot or oracle card pulls for the month. So what I'm going to do, this is actually a, by the way, this is a brand new series of videos. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So for every month, I'm going to share what each prompts are, because they're really prompts, but I'm going to read what they are, and then I'm going to tell you which one I'm divinely guided to use, and then I'm going to pull cards for that. I hope I didn't say that too fast. I'm feeling really good. So okay, the lighting on this end is a little bit off, so it's like I'm kind of like looking at things a little differently. Or actually, I'm not seeing them too clearly because the lighting is off, but it's my Yule tree, so you know. Okay, pull a card or a series of cards for this month. Spread suggestions. Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. If you do not have this, you can do this with me, or you can do this on your own. If you do any of these, please let me know. I would love to know which ones you've been divinely guided to do, or if you're divinely guided to do all of them, and which decks you use. I was divinely guided to use an oracle card deck for this prompt, for the prompt that I'm going to do. Okay, without further ado, pull a card or a series of cards for this month. This is for January 2019. Spread suggestions. There are 4 of them. This is the first one. Where must I rest? Where must I recharge? What is transforming? This is the second one. What is changing? How must I change? The gifts of change. The third one is so perfect for a lunar spread, and I'll tell you why after I read them. Pardon me. Intention, challenge, integration, resolution, or said another way, intention, new moon, challenge, waxing moon, integration, full moon, resolution, waning moon. So you can have a 4-card lunar phase spread with this third prompt. And last but not least, mind, body, spirit. So I was divinely guided to do the first one. And I'll tell you why. I'm one of those people that I'm very okay with sleeping. I'm very okay with lounging in bed with a good novel, a good book. I love taking naps. And I have been receiving so much goddess guidance to rest as much as possible, withdraw as much as possible, sleep as much as possible. There is a part of me that is definitely like, okay, let's go. I have things to do. But if I actually don't have something pressing, it's not going to kill me to actually rest. So I was divinely guided to do the first one. So I'm going to read it one more time. Where must I rest? Where must I recharge? What is transforming? Now, I was divinely guided to use a lunar-themed oracle card set. This is called Queen of the Moon Oracle. It was created by Stacey DeMarco. I love Stacey DeMarco's works almost as much as I love Alana Fairchild's. And most of you know that both Stacey DeMarco and Alana Fairchild have a lot of works, especially oracle card decks, published by Blue Angel Gallery, which is located in Glen Waverley in Victoria, Australia. However, this is, to my knowledge, the first oracle card deck that Stacey DeMarco has had published by Rockpool Publishing. I believe Rockpool Publishing is in the United Kingdom. I could be wrong. I must tell you, I do not remember well, no, that's not true. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name of the artist, at least her last name. So I really don't feel like bastardizing it. So what I'm going to do is tell you that her first name is Kinga. That I can pronounce correctly. Her last name is spelled capital B as in Barry, R-I-T as in Tom, S-C-H-G-I, however you pronounce that. According to this, she's a Hungarian artist who has lived with her American husband and son in the United States since August 1995. So she's the artist who illustrated the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And I will tell you right now, well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the cover of the box. Look at how gorgeous this image is. Look at how gorgeous it is, how gorgeous she is. And I'm also going to have him do a close-up of the back of the card design, and I'll tell you why. I love this because I can tell at a glance, before I turn over the card, if it is upright or reversed. I do not use reversed cards. I rarely, if ever, use them when I use the Sacred Tarot. I almost never use them when I give readings with an oracle card deck. So knowing that I can look at this deck at a glance and know if the cards are upright or reversed in a second, I love. Because it also makes reorganizing the cards and shuffling them as part of my rituals to complete using them after a day much easier. So, oh, pardon me. A lot of energy in the air. So in the interests of convenience, what I'm going to do is shuffle the cards in my palms like this. I've already prepared the deck the way I was taught to prepare them, which is a forthcoming video, by the way. And I call upon the lunar goddesses and the lunar gods. I call upon all celestial beings of the moon, all lunar phases of the moon. I call upon all the correspondences of the moon, every crystal, every energy of crystal, of herb, of essential oil, of candle, of color that corresponds to the moon. I call upon my spirit guides. I call upon my ancestors. I call upon my psychic guides. I call upon my celestial mother Osset, the ancient Egyptian goddess more commonly known as Isis, a full moon goddess. And I call upon the full moon goddess Selene, Greek goddess of the full moon, and I call upon Imoja, Afro-Caribbean goddess of the full moon, but I also call upon Hecate, Greek goddess of magic, prophecy, and the crossroads, who is associated with the triple moon, although modern witches associate her with the crone aspect and the waning moon and the dark moon and the dark moon tides, and those who venerated her in ancient Greece with the maiden and the new moon and the waxing crescent moon. And I call upon Ixchel, the Mayan moon goddess of healing. I call upon all of you to be with the casting of these cards, to illuminate, to reveal, to prophecy, to show, to know, to instill, to be still. Cutting the cards once, twice, and thrice. And again, in the interests of convenience, since it is a 3-card spread, 1, 2, 3 cards from the top, 1, 2, 3 cards from the top, and the bottommost card from the very bottom of the deck, the final message card, which is the bottommost card from the bottom of the deck. Now I'm going to put the rest of the cards in the box, and I'm going to close the box so that I don't have to play pickup cards. The first card, where must I rest? And it is the pleasure card, corresponding to, is it the waning gibbous? I love my Yule tree, but the lighting of the Yule tree is not ideal for reading cards. I'm going to ask my awesome audiovisual person to look and see, does that say waning gibbous or waxing?
Gibbous.
No. The first part, is it waning or waxing? Thank you. Waning gibbous, which means this is a waning moon. This is a waning moon phase, which is interesting because right now we are in a waning moon phase. The new moon, the first new moon of 2019, which is a new moon in Capricorn as well as a solar eclipse, is this Saturday, January 5th, 2019. So where must I rest? I must rest in pleasure. I must rest, especially when the moon is waning. The moon is waning, so the universe is saying, rest, restore, recharge. Okay. Where must I recharge? And it is, ooh. Okay. I am going to get this. For some reason, I cannot make out if these letters are an X or an N. So, is the first word waxing or waning? Waxing. Thank you. So waxing crescent, the path. I haven't even shown you the cards. I'm so sorry. So this is the first card, waning gibbous, pleasure. Where must I rest? And this is the second card, waxing crescent, the path. Where must I recharge? Did you do a close-up? Okay. So recharging is about focusing on the path ahead, focusing on what needs to be done, focusing on where I want to go, literally and figuratively, but also where I need to go. Like tomorrow, where do I need to go? Friday, where do I need to go? What do I need to do? And where do I need to go to do those things? I know that I definitely need to buy groceries within the next few days. That's it. So I know the supermarket is a definite place I need to go. And I know the path to my local supermarket. And what is transforming? Oh my goddess. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Okay. So, in many magical traditions and in many tribal traditions, every full moon has a name. The name of the full moon in January is called the Wolf Moon. And this card is called Wolf Moon Hunger. And it's so amazing because both my awesome audiovisual person and I have as one of our Native American medicines the wolf, the teacher, the pathfinder, the creator. I'm going to ask my fellow wolfman to do a close-up of this card. Absolutely, where I am transforming is now. And of course, I didn't say it earlier in the video, but for some of you, these cards may resonate. So for some of you, where you are transforming is right now. You are transforming right now. You are transforming in 2019. You are transforming in this new calendar year. So the other interesting thing that's significant for me about this card is that according to the Chaldean Hebrew Kabbalah system of numerology, my compound name number is 29. This card is numbered 29. And 29 is a lunar number. 29 in that same system of numerology, the Chaldean Hebrew Kabbalah system of numerology, symbolizes grace under pressure. I've forgotten that. I have forgotten that. I'll acknowledge that. It just so happens that the date of the full moon this month is, I want to make sure I give you the right date. It is Sunday, January 20th, 2019. It is a full moon, a full supermoon, and partial eclipse in Aquarius. Actually, I stand corrected. In Leo, no, I stand corrected. I really stand corrected. Eastern Standard Time. Full supermoon, partial eclipse in Leo is on Monday, day of the moon, January 21st, 2019. Wow. And the final message card. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So in a lot of magical traditions, we begin actually with the dark moon. the night before the new moon. And the final message card is card number 1, Dark Moon, the Void. And I'm going to ask my awesome audiovisual person to do a close-up of this card. The candle of the moon is dark, granting no direction. The direction must come from within. The dark moon would be this Friday, January 4th, 2019. So I invite all of you to engage in this deep and powerful purge. Really begin to surrender and release any lingering wounds, any lingering hardship, any lingering gunk from 2018. 2018 is done. It's done. It's gone. Now is the time to begin to move forward. Now is the time to give yourself permission to move forward. When the goddess whispered in my ear that 2019 is the year of enough is enough, what she was saying to me was, anything that you have tolerated, any behavior, your own or somebody else's, any condition of your own doing, of circumstance or both, anything, anyone that you used to put up with no matter what, even to the point that you would want to slice your wrists, even to the point that you thought you'd throw yourself through a plate glass window or throw yourself in front of a Mack truck, you're not doing it anymore. You're like, you know what? Fuck that shit. This bitch is done. Enough is enough. So I invite you to set yourselves free. I invite you to really allow yourselves to experience a level of freedom that you have denied yourself or that you felt was denied you previously. So if you are ready to do something that you have always wanted to do, this is the time to start doing it, because the universe is not going to allow you to play small anymore. And the universe is not going to allow you to play weak victims anymore. If you have allowed some person or some circumstance, even your own BS, to get in the way of you being happy and free and empowered, it's done. And you may have seen shades of this in 2018. This year, you don't see shades. You see blazing color. You see rich technicolor. You see clarity that is so sharp it can cut through a diamond. And make no mistake, the universe is absolutely going to encourage you to refuse to tolerate anything or anyone that hurts you, this little or this big. If it causes you any, even ever so slight pain or suffering or hardship, it's done. Enough is enough. Wow, that went in a totally different direction. So I want to thank you, YouTube, for honoring who I am and what I do. I am so happy that I am presenting an additional monthly series of working with a sacred tool as a way of becoming more connected to one's divine energy via divination. If you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan, I invite you to do so. And make sure that you click or tap the bell icon. That way you will receive a notification every time I upload a video. You may also wish to periodically check to make sure that all of the YouTube channels to which you are subscribed are set to notify you every time, if you choose, you want to be notified every time that YouTube channel uploads a video. And if you have not already scheduled your sacred session with me, whether it is an intuitive card reading, whether it is a private metaphysical class, whether it is an energy healing treatment, I highly recommend you do so sooner than later. Since I'm no longer going to participate in Bare Your Soul Winter Hibernation later this month at Eastern Mountain in Greenwich, New York, I have a little bit more availability this month than I did last month. However, between all the events that I have scheduled thus far this year, and all the appointments that I have scheduled thus far this year, and given everything else that I'm going to be scheduling from March through July of this year, I do recommend scheduling your appointments sooner than later. If your divine guidance has told you that you could only and you shall only receive divine blessings in exchange for my psychic services, then all you need to do is follow that divine guidance and trust the universe to provide you with everything you need to do so, because the universe will absolutely provide it for you. I thank you one and all for honoring who I am and what I do. I thank you for all the blessings that you have allowed yourself to give to yourselves and others. And I wish you the happiest of holidays and an incredibly joyful and prosperous 2019 and beyond. And good night.